Microphone check. Microphone check. Microphone check. Microphone check. Microphone check. Microphone check. All right. Couple of things going on with crocheting and books. Hi, my name is Jenna Ballet with a blog on my progress of crocheting and reading. With my crochet, I had to frog my progress on my sleeve. I'm crocheting a summer cardigan patterned by Hector Nuga one. I'm on the sleeve part. This is like about maybe my third or fourth time frogging. The first time I frogged, you could have considered that to be done and moved on to the next step, which would be the cuff. However, I like my sleeve taut to the wrist, so I am attempting to alter the pattern just a bit. So I'm coming up with my own sleeve pattern instructions at the moment. I'm a few rows in, seeing how that's gonna go. To close the arm where I would like it before I go to the next step, which would be the cuff, creating the cuff. So yeah, making my own sleeve pattern. What? Because of the pattern, because of the hook that I use, and the yarn strand I chose. I'm only working with one strand, so I think with that combination of the hook being the crochet hook being a 9mm, and the strand of yarn being one, the amount of strands I'm working with is one. The yarn weight is a 4 worsted. It's creating a lacy feel, so like the stitches have seemed to stretch. So I followed the pattern via a small, and it turned out to be larger than any other cardigan I've ever crocheted thus far. Yeah. So that's how that cardigan is going at the moment. Okay, so back up. At the moment, because I did say I frogged what I did the other day. Now what's in progress is I went back to the uh, crochet hook 9 millimeter, and I've stuck with my alteration. So the only thing I changed from my alteration is the crochet hook back to the 9 and added my alterations. And that seems to be going well so far. Like I can see it like closing up. I'm just really keeping an eye out so that it doesn't close up faster than I need it to. I need a sleeve because the objective objective is to create a long sleeve cardigan. So yeah, looking to see this sleeve come through. So that's where that's at. Um, been looking at some patterns, hanging out with my crochet crew, and knitters and quilters and crafters alike. People who love people who craft, and people who love people who crochet, and people who love people who knit. We all hanging out together and sharing ideas. And I've been looking at some patterns. I'm really feeling granny squares. Like I'm really inching up with some granny squares. That won't be my next move though. Like that's that's in the future. Um, I am looking at. I know some projects though. I know some projects. Um, I I think my next project is going to be some reading socks. I'm going to try my hands at some reading socks. I'm going to alter a slipper, a slipper pattern and create what is it called? A tube sock or something like that. I think it's called a tube sock. But yeah, I'm gonna alter a slipper pattern. I think that's where I'm going with that. Alter me a slipper pattern. And then when the pattern like goes to something else, I already know where I'm gonna alter it at. When it goes to something else, I'm just gonna keep going and create what's it called? I'd have to look it up. See what the name is. So yeah, I'm really feeling some slipper socks. And I do have the yarn for it. It was some yarn I was gonna use for another project that I started on. That project has like a shaping to it, and I hadn't figured that out. Like it has a sewing, I gotta sew it down and shape it, and I haven't figured that out other than to just go for it. Like it looks like you just go for it. I was looking for like a pattern to what do you call that? Yeah, shape it out. in the back of the book, I don't, it's not one big enough for the project size to shape it as. So I don't know how else to shape it. It's supposed to be a hexagon shape. Hexagon flower rug shape. Oh yeah. Um, I think I'm gonna take that yarn and I might have some yarn that I don't have to touch that yarn, and I can figure that pattern out later. So I may have some yarn that I can use. Um, to create these reading socks, which are just they're simple. I think they're called tube socks. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So, I mentioned my crochet summer cardigan. What else? Alterations on sleeve instructions. What else? Crochet mention slipper socks, reading socks. Anything else I'm about to mention? A book that I'm reading. I'm reading A Wrinkle in Time. I'm at the part where Charles Wallace asked dude if he enters his mind, will he be able to get out? And the dude says, yes, of course, but you're not gonna want to. Okay. Oh, not finished with that just yet. Let's see. So we got hashtag crochet and mm, so in the book, I am so enjoying the book. Okay, go back to where I can go back over here. Okay, so in the book, more is given. Like there's a meal given, like they're hungry. Charles Wallace, Meg, and O'Keefe, O'Keefe, oh, Connor O'Keefe, his name's something like that. And they're hungry. The medium was gonna feed them, but I don't know what her food was made out of, or like what how she was gonna like materialize the food. That would have been interesting to see. I wouldn't have mind them eating there to see how that was gonna come about. See how she was gonna materialize the food. Because when they got to Camelot, it's either Camelot or Camazon or something. Sound like Camelot. And then I'm like, okay, is this the same place as Never Ending Story? Well, Camelot had a lot of stuff going on in it too. Um, so they there and they're hungry, and so dude was like, you can have this food. It's not really food though, but I can make it taste like food. Like I can get into your minds and make you think that it tastes like a turkey dinner. So, uh, but he was like, well, like basically, it's not gonna be a real turkey dinner. It's something that he can conjure up, like materialize, but it's not real food. But he can make it taste like real food. So Meg is like, fine then, cause she hungry, and her and O'Connor start eating. Um, Charles Wallace, he can't taste the turkey dinner. He can't taste it taste like turkey. He tasted it tastes like sand. So he was like, "Oh, why it taste like sand to me?" And then he was like, the dude with the red eyes was like, um, because I can't get into your brain to make you think that. I can get into Meg's brain and O'Connor's brain just a little bit to make them think that it tastes like a turkey dinner. So um, Meg was like, it don't taste that bad or whatever. She was like, so she gave Charles Wallace some of hers, which it still tastes like sand, but he tried to force some down so that he could have something in his stomach. But before before they started eating, because Meg had asked about some food or something like that, trying to bargain, and dude was like, uh, he was basically like, you just like you funny, like you funny, you trying to barter, like really. And then the girl was like, I ain't want to eat your food anyway. Food. She's like, I ain't want to eat your food anyway. But she was like, we hungry. If you let us eat, then she said something like, then something about seeing her father or something like that. And he it was like twice. He was like, you joking, right? Like you funny, you hilarious, and thinking you can barter with him. That's what he said. So he got they're eating now, and then Charles Wallace um asked, can he get in line? So that's in the book. The dinner that's in the book, and the medium asking if they wanted something to eat, that's in the book. In the movie, none of that is in the book. Like the only food that came up in the movie was at the beginning when Charles Wallace was fixing peanut butter sandwiches in the movie. In the book, they eating liverwurst sandwiches and caviar and all kinds of food. Um, so um, that's where I'm at now. And then kind of thing. I think that's really about it for the most part. Oh yeah. Actually, okay. This just happened before they started eating. The dude with the red eyes, he hypnotized Charles Wallace. Okay, so they trying their best not to let this dude get into their mind. They meet him, and then he start trying to like program them without his machines. He got machines that program people, but they like, oh no, you ain't finna hook us up to that. Boop, boop, boop. So he was like, oh, I got other ways. So then he started like doing little techniques to try and get them hypnotized. So he started like, so okay, so to back up, the hypnotism is like, um back when they passed through the neighborhood with the children bouncing the balls and jumping the rope, and all of them doing it in a rhythm. That's how that's an example of his hypnotism pattern. So when they meet him, they already got their guards up, and when he started doing his tactics, they're already like distracting their mind, because if he can get them on a pattern, then he's getting in their minds and getting them hypnotized through pattern. So he started, the man with the red eyes, he started saying timetables in like a rhythmic uh, tone. And then so Charles Wallace noticed what he was doing, and he went all the way up to 1 times 9, and then he started at 2. Um, and then Charles Wallace, he was like quoting other things so that he won't get on his rhythm, so that he could be hypnotized. And then he tried something with Meg. Oh yeah, he spoke telepathically to Meg, and he was like, Meg was speaking out of her mouth, and he was like, you don't have to do that, right? You can speak to me without talking. And she was like, oh no, no, like words are meant to be heard, like. So she was like, nah, because if she started talking back to him like that, then she's allowing him to get into her head. And so they um were able to distract themselves from those tactics. And then when the red-eyed man told Charles Wallace, he said, look into my eyes. And then Charles Wallace did. And then but I was like, what? I'm like, Charles Wallace, you about to look into this man's eyes after you had told them before they had came up into the building. He told the whole crew, he told Meg and O'Connor, he was like, don't look into his eyes, because that's how he hypnotizes you. He can hypnotize you that way. So he was like, don't look into his eyes. Close your eyes. But then when they got further, when the book progressed, they got further in, they met the man. He looked him in his eyes, and dude hypnotized him. And then Meg rushed Charles Wallace and knocked him down, and Charles Wallace hit his head. And dude, dude with the red eyes was like, "You dang near gave him a concussion, girl." And so when that happened, Charles Wallace came back too, and so now they're eating because Meg said they was hungry, and she wanted to negotiate on a full stomach and not on an empty stomach. So now, um, Charles Wallace said that. Trying to think, it was Meg. Oh yeah, 2 times, a couple of times. Like he in the book it says like the dude with the red eyes spoke to Meg like by by herself. Like he could talk to all of them telepathically at once. But in this occasion, when he wanted to say something specifically to her, he spoke. It says he spoke specifically to her and not to the other one, so they couldn't hear what he said to her in her head. And I was like, oh man, that's messed up. Um, so yeah, that's where I'm at in the book. And I think I've read this. Oh well, I'm about to say I think I read this book before, but actually, there's two, at least two, um, movies. It's at least two movies of A Wrinkle in Time. So one movie has a bit more likeness to the book. The newer movie, I think the newer movie has a bit more likeness to the book. As far as I can recall, because it does, one of the characters in the newer movie does like the little voice talk of one of the characters that like speaks slowly, and that kind of comes across in the newer movie. And I think also in the newer movie, I think they pick flowers so that when they go up to the altitude that they're not used to, they breathe into the flowers. I think that's in the newer one because I didn't recall that one in the um movie that I watched. I didn't watch the newer one. Um, I didn't recall them stopping and picking up flowers and talking about the altitude and change of altitude. And when they get to the change of altitude, to breathe into the flowers. Uh, yeah, it's in the book though. And so yeah, that's in the book. And then O'Connor, he wanted to split up. I'm like, oh my goodness, y'all ain't even there yet. Like, men had to remind him, like, they told us to sit together. Boop boop boop. What if you don't come back out and then we gotta look for you? We sticking together. So I'm like, yes, man, like, come on. So they all together at the moment till I don't know if Charles Wallace is about to go into this dude's mind, but um Charles Wallace hit the dude with the red eyes in the book. He hit him. He would like run up to him and hit him like after like their greeting and introduction to each other and they're talking and stuff like that. But the dude, he's not speaking with his mouth. So Charles Wallace gets upset and runs up to him and hit him. And the dude like, what you do that for? Like, we resulting to that now? Like, Charles like, Charles Wallace was like, I'm upset, I'm mad because it's not you that's speaking, it's something that's speaking through you. And I don't know what it is, but it ain't you. You ain't even speaking. Something speaking through you. So, so yeah, so that's where that And I don't think Charles Waller do that in the movie. I don't know though, but he got the dude with the red eyes got like bodyguard, and so when Charles Wallace did that, they was coming to get him, and dude told them to stop, so they stopped. So yeah, all that running through corridors and all that was in the movie. At the at this point, I don't know if it'll be further on in the book, but at this point, yeah, it's not. But that scene where Charles Wallace goes up to the door and to give that other boy the ball, that's in the book. No, that's in the movie. That's in the book and that's in the movie. Um, yeah, yep. So that's cool. There. This A Wrinkle in Time can be purchased and read at uh, bookshop.org /T1NABA1LEY. I'm in the bookshop now. Typing in the title in the search box. And there's a few different ones. Let's see. Newbery Medal winner. So you get the medal on the book and paperback. A Wrinkle in Time, the graphic novel. Okay, here's the book that I'm reading. I think the 50th A Wrinkle in No, I'm not reading this one. A Wrinkle in Time trilogy. But now I know it was a trilogy. In paperback, it says the 50th anniversary edition. Am I reading that one? Let me check. Let me see which one I have. I might be reading that one. Okay. So let's click on that one. You got your paperback available. Wrinkle in Time paperback. Okay. Wrinkle in Time, a wind in the door, a swiftly tilting planet, many waters, an acceptable time, a wrinkle in time, graphic novel, description. 55 years ago. Why did I say 5? 50 years ago. Madeline. Let's see. It's something like Madeline, but I don't know if it's exactly Madeline. Madeline. Uh-oh. Hold on. Can I go back? Where was I? I was right here. Okay. Okay. Let's see me way out of there. Elingo, Madeline Eligo introduced the world to A Wrinkle in Time. And the wonderful and unforgettable characters Meg and Charles Wallace, Murray, and their friend Calvin O'Keefe. Let's see how you say that. Let's see. Yeah, I said it right. O'Keefe. Okay, Calvin O'Keefe. Now their first 3 adventures are together in one volume here in this 50th anniversary edition. In the Newbery Award winner, A Wrinkle in Time, the children learn that Mr. Murray has been captured by the Dark Thing, and they must time travel to Camelot. Okay, I said Camelot, but it is kind of, that's what I did say. I said it's kind of like Camelot, but it's okay. Camazotz with Z's instead of an L for Camelot. So Camazotz to save him. Now, a major motion picture. Yeah. In A Wrinkle in the Door. Wait, excuse me. In A Wind in the Door, Meg, Calvin, and Mr. Jenkins, their grade school principal, must travel inside Charles Wallace? I don't know. Must travel inside CW. It says CW. Wouldn't that be Charles Wallace? And battle to save Charles Wallace's life as well as the balance of the universe. And in a swiftly tilting planet, Meg's brother, Charles Wallace, has 24 hours to stop the tragedy of nuclear war from occurring. Read the iconic novels that continue to inspire millions of fans around the world. So then it goes into praises for the A Wrinkle in Time trilogy. And then it goes into books by Madeline L'Engle, which I started reading before I read the description. Intergalactic PS. Intergalactic PS3 by Madeline L'Engle. Illustrated by Hope Larson. A standalone story set in the world of A Wrinkle in Time. Ooh, I didn't read all of them. I've read a list of them. A list of some. So you got that one, the Intergalactic PS3. Then you got the Austin Family Chronicles, Volume 1, 2, 3. A Ring of Endless Light, that's Volume 4. And you got Volume 5, A Ring of Endless, that's Volume 4. A Newbery Honor Book, okay. And then you got Troubling a Star, and that's Volume 5. Oh, she has books. She has books on books on books and series. So she got like at least 3 series I see here available. Oh, she got a I'm guessing this O'Keefe book is going into Calvin O'Connor's background. I don't know though. Maybe not. So. But it says the Polly O'Keefe book. So that could be a different character. And more. Then you got book details. Then you got about the author. Was the Newbery Medal winning author of more than 60 books, including the much loved A Wrinkle in Time. Born in 1918, Ellingham grew up in New York City, Switzerland, South Carolina, and Massachusetts. Her father was a reporter, and her mother had studied to be a pianist. And their house was always full of musicians and theater people. Ellingham graduated cum laude from Smith College, then returned to New York to work in the theater. While touring with a play, she wrote her first book, The Small Rain, originally published in 1945. She met her future husband, Hugh Franklin, when they both appeared in the Cherry Orchard. Upon becoming Miss Franklin, Ellingham gave up the stage in favor of the typewriter. In the years her 3 children were growing up, she wrote 4 more novels. Hugh Franklin temporarily retired from the theater, and the family moved to Western Connecticut, and for 10 years ran a general store. Her book, Meet the Austin, an American Library Association notable children's book of 1960, was based on this experience. Her science fantasy classic, A Wrinkle in Time, was awarded the 1963 Newbery Medal. Two companion novels, A Wind in the Door and a swiftly tilting planet, a Newbery Honor Book. Hold on. Yeah. Yep. A Newbery Honor Book. Complete what has come to be known as the Time Trilogy, a series that continues to grow in popularity with a new generation of readers.
I found this on the web.
Her 1980 book, A Ring of Endless Light, won the Newbery Honor. Ellen Gould passed away. Ellen Gould passed away in 27 in Litchfield. Connecticut. And then it starts the review of this book. And in the chat, I've shared my affiliate link. Right. So another feature that I've learned of with my coloring book is so cool. It's not only are coloring sheets added daily, it seems. Not only that, there are daily coloring sheets of the month. So each day of the month has a coloring sheet. And I just learned about that at the top of May. I've colored May 1st, May 2nd, and now I'm coloring May 3rd. And May 4th coloring sheet, it says your daily picture is ready to color May 4th. So yeah, that is so cool because I had colored so many pages. I was like, what to color next? So this feature here that gives a coloring sheet every day is a great option, just in case you. Ooh, and I like the ones that was in April. Oh my days. I am probably gonna go back to April's coloring. Ooh, go back to April's coloring month and color some of the coloring sheets that are showing up for the month of April, because I'm just now looking at them. I just now noticed them, and they are looking very cute, very cutesy, very alluring to color and enjoy. So I am enjoying that. That is so cool. I'm liking the coloring options and the fact that they're updated. So you get different coloring sheets, you get new coloring sheets to choose from. Okay, and it even goes back, it's going back to March. So let's see what was in March. Ooh la la. Ooh. Okay, March has some cute coloring sheets as well. Ooh, okay. Beautiful. Ooh. I almost want to start coloring that one right now. Oh my days. Oh, March got some great coloring sheets. Like April got some great coloring sheets. March has some great coloring sheets. Let's see. That was March. Okay, let's see. We looked at April, March, February. Ooh. February got it too. Let's see. Is that all you got, February? Let's see. Okay. Okay, that could be a cool one. That could be an no. Okay. Let's see what this one is. Okay, February got one so far. Oh, that's cute. That is cute. Okay, maybe 2. Okay, maybe 3, maybe 3. Oh, 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay. February coloring sheet coming through. Okay, got about 4 that I will color. January. I might color that one. Okay, so January, I saw a couple of these in January, or I saw a couple of these last month. This is kind of cute right here. That one's kind of cute. It's a bit cute. This one is a bit cute as well. This one is a bit cute as well. I guess a bit. It's a bit. A bit. Okay, I think I like that one. Okay, so it looks like every month starts with like a hello month. So it'll say like hello January. This one says hello January. May said hello May. So the first of the month has that hello for the beginning of the month. Ooh, December has a cool picture to color. So that's even cool. You could go. I'm thinking I can go back and color any of these. Let me go back and click on that one that there's a couple of them. One of them is a picture of a hydroponic aquarium. Another one is an outdoor tent area with chairs and guitar and fireplace and birds and trees and all the things. And then there's one with a cruise ship with cake and roses on the cake and wineries. Let's see. Then there's another one, like an outdoor room with decorations and chairs and all the trimmings and decorations. Let's see. One of them is like a look, what do you call that? A lookbook type of thing with a purse and a ring to match with comb, hairpin comb things, accessories, lots of fruits and veggies and snacks. Meals and drinks, eateries, butterflies, cabbage and corn, and all the things. Supermarket cakes, teacups, and florals, animals, farms. Here's a farmhouse with some look like radishes with a gopher coming up out of the ground. Sunny day, little baby ducklings. Little baby ducklings with a bucket. Little workout area. It's a workout area with an exercise ball and some free weights and candles. So it's gonna be some lifting going on. It's gonna be some meditation going on. You got the view outside, so it's like a area of sunroom of sorts. Vanity area with cosmetics and things. Okay, we got this one. This one is cool. This is like beachfront property right here. World Wildlife Day. There's a picture of a World Wildlife Day with animals and a peace sign. So yeah, it's a couple of days. I'd go back and color in these previous months. Those coloring sheets are cool. So yeah, I'm gonna just learned about that feature. Such a cool feature to have a coloring sheet already picked out. Because I was about at the point where I didn't know what to color next because I had colored so many sheets um, within a short span of time. Um, all the ones that was like sticking out to me for the most part, more so than the other ones, I would color. And then when I colored those, then I was like, okay, which one next? And then there wasn't any that really stuck out like the first 35 pages that I colored over 35 pages. I really enjoyed coloring those. So now that I see this new feature here where there's a coloring sheet for every day, that's cool. And I'm gonna check that out and see how that goes because within a day's time, I was coloring like at least 4 coloring sheets a day. So that would be cool to add this coloring sheet to my schedule. I could get her done, I think. Um, I didn't look at the time for the other 2 coloring sheets that I did to see how long it took me. Um, I don't know, I don't, I don't know right offhand why um, that it would be longer than the sheets I was already coloring. Some of them took me over an hour, depending on how many cells were in the coloring sheet. So, but these, I don't know. I, I, I don't. I kind of felt like it was a bit more, uh, just a bit more than what I was coloring before, but not. I don't know if that was just a mental thing or it was more. I was looking at like how many colors, and it was like I don't know, 100 and something colors, 192 colors. I mean, I bet I'm really not paying too much attention to that. One of them was like maybe 90s different colors. And actually, I could go back and look at that. That's a cool feature in this coloring book as well. You can go back and look at your pictures. Um, um, let me go back, look at my pictures. Um, I got some in progress. Um, let's see, this first one for May, it took me 1 hour and 39 minutes. It's 120 colors. It's 2,176 sales. So yeah, that one right there, that was uh, on on the much side. Not 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 the biggest picture I've colored though, but it is up there. Not all the way up there, but it is. The next one I colored for this month. Um, well, okay, so when I'm talking this month, because I have colored out another coloring sheet, but it wasn't this month daily sheet, but I did color it during this month. Um, and that was 1 hour and 59 minutes. Um, and that was 2,139 sales. So that's more sales. That's more sales, and it took me less time. The previous picture that I told you about, unless I got out of that. I think I had got out of the picture. Now, like if I was to stop my coloring session and go out of the app and then come back, the last time I noticed it didn't clock my previous time. It started from the second time that I got into the app, so my coloring time seemed less. So that could be what's going on with that. Okay, that was one that I had just colored on my own. That the one that I just picked. Um, this other one that was for May 2nd, and was 1 hour and 32. And this one is the largest so far. 200 out of this month. 200. No, excuse me. 2,269 sales, and it took me 1 hour and 32 minutes. However, I do recall going out of the app, so that might not be the whole time it took to create that one. I have three incomplete pictures at the moment, so that's cool. It has my in progress. pictures, and then it has my completed pictures. And two of them I chose on my own. They're not the monthly, daily pages. And one of them I just started not too long ago. Uh, is a daily page. So this month of May, I'm adding the daily pages to my coloring session. Okay. Okay, my stylus. right here. Glad I got another stylus because I was in need of another stylus. Got me a stylus for my coloring. Let's check on these other things here. Okay. Got my stylus. Was looking at patterns. For some socks. What the one I'm gonna work up is gonna be great. Do see someone creating a similar one. My crochet session today or yesterday was reading. I did some reading while I was crocheting. I didn't color. Color today. I didn't color while I was reading today. But I did do some crochet. I'm attempting to get this the length of the sleeve to my desired length and width. So I've been watching that. That's been my goal, and live stream saying hi and crocheting in the background. Well, the previous one I was looking at patterns because I got to look at patterns fever. So I started looking at patterns and seeing a couple of patterns that interesting. Perhaps I have a template and crochet up these items. All fun and things. So yeah, I don't mind like putting on like a show that I seen before or used to, or so that I'm not really into it when I'm crocheting, so that my focus could be on my crocheting. Now, when it's a show that I hadn't seen before, I might be doing more watching than crocheting. Um, and speaking of watching and not crocheting, I guess I'll save that for a later date. I watched a new movie, and I guess I'll talk about that at a later time. Um, Perhaps at another venue. In another format. Um, yeah, so this live stream is about my crocheting progress with my summer cardigan. I'm crocheting on the sleeve. I'm not right now. I'm not crocheting on the sleeve at this minute. But that's what's going on. I had to frog it a few times, and I'm veering off with a pattern. The pattern is excellent. I love the pattern. I've worked with the pattern like a few times. Created cardigans a few times with that pattern. Um, this is the first time that I crocheted with a larger hook and one strand, and that is showing me something totally different than my previous cardigans, which is fine. I am just figuring it out, having to decrease a bit because I would like my sleeve to be snug because they're snug on my other cardigans. Because I kind of was thinking like it really wasn't nothing the matter with my sleeve. I could have stopped it where it was and added a cuff as is and moved on to the next sleeve and done the same and been finished. Well, maybe. Well, whatever. And with no altercations. However, I am, how do you call it, customizing my cardigan to my liking. So that's why I'm altering the instructions a bit. I'm attempting to see my alterations with this cardigan since I am the creator and I can create it to uh, my desire, So I'm gonna create it. I'm attempting to create it the way I like for my sleeves to fit, even though this is it's turning out to be a larger cardigan than the pattern, but the pattern does make up larger cardigans. I didn't account for it being this larger, which is fine. It's gonna be, and it's making out to be an excellent summer cardigan design. Um, and I did see a couple of cardigans with my ideal summer cardigan design. Just a couple, but they weren't exactly like mine. They had a couple of ideas that I've spoken in my live streams about my cardigan, and and there's and they're different at the same time. So that's cool to see that I have ventured into the wide world of cardigans um, that have similar features. So these cardigans have that I saw while I was looking at patterns have similar features to my design, to my design. Yet they're both different, and mine is going to be different as well. It's going to have some of the same elements of the design, and it's going to be different. So that's cool. Even the colors are the same. So there was a vibration I tapped in and with this cardigan here, with this with this summer cardigan and the flowers. It's the color. The color screams for ruffles and loop flowers. Um, so all of that is available in pattern form. You got the cardigan with the ruffles at the bottom of the cardigan, and then you got the cardigan with the loop flowers adorned at the front of the cardigan. So very cool to see that um, the likenesses, like it's already been done. It can be done, girl. It's already been done. Just get your flavor on it. Season it the way you like it. I'm gonna crochet it though. See, I'm attempting to see to crochet it my way. Crocheting without crocheting without the trainer wheel. Taking the trainer wheels out. Like, okay, thank you, pattern. Now I'm gonna go this way and try this out. See how that rolls, and go from there. Thank you. Bye. And keep going and see how this works. With my design and my ideas, just like the other people have created their design with their ideas, you know. So that's cool. And I haven't listened to music in a while I was crocheting. I did mention listening to music while crocheting can increase your crocheting speed when you can get on the rhythm of the song. Sometimes you can crochet to the beat of an up-tempo song. Which is cool. I haven't done that yet. I've just been chilling, looking at the process, enjoying how this yarn can turn into something other than yarn, like it turn into fabric and be something else. It can go from being a skein of yarn to a cardigan. So I'm like looking at it, and like I'll do a row of stitches and then pull back and look at it and admire my handiwork. And with this crochet sock, this crochet reading sock, I was looking for an actual, and I have looked for an actual pattern for that specifically. Uh, I have seen, but I think they were knitted. Like I've seen somebody buy some, and they were called reading socks. Um, oh yeah, I said I'll look it up. Let me see. Um, cause I got my pattern pulled up for the sock. Where? Oh, I gotta look it up again, I guess. Uh, think. Is this it? No. Um, I typed in reading. No, I typed in crochet. Crochet reading sock. And I do have a couple of footwears on my TBC, to be crocheting. Um, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold the presses. There's a sock that has been on my TBC for a while. I may go back to that pattern now that my skills are up. Okay, so before I had that epiphany, I was looking at this sock called crochet slipper socks, / reading socks. I was gonna crochet that, which I can do that. I can go ahead. And, it looked like um, I was calling it a tube sock because it's basically a straight up and down sock. So that was on in my peripheral at the moment. Uh, let's see how to online class to crochet cozy socks. Um, oh, Michael's has a class. Michael's crafting store has an online class on how to crochet cozy socks. Let me look up these socks that were on my TBR when I first started the craft. Let me see. I can look them up. Let's see. Crochet. Okay. I do have a pattern. I don't see the. Maybe this is it. The specific one that I saw isn't showing up at the moment. Okay, this one sounds like a knitted sock. Yep, that was a knitted sock. I thought I saw a crochet one. I've seen a couple of knitted ones there. Is this a crochet? Yeah, this one says crochet. Let's see if I type it in, no heel. Okay. I might just stick with the zipper sock. That other sock seems to be loose at the moment. Ah, did I just speak up on it? Ooh. Oh, but it's a knit pattern. I didn't realize it was a knit pattern. Okay. Let me go back up here. I saw a toasty toes pattern and I like toasty toes. Let me see that. Okay, these patterns here look like they take a bit more. I'm about to say take a bit much. Okay, the first pattern I was looking at is it's easy. I've actually done the pattern before, like a few times, right? Because well, a few times. Uh, maybe, maybe a few times, at least 2 times, because I created a pair of socks, a pair of slippers. The other ones are more in detail using four floor floor 4-ply worsted weight or medium 4 worsted weight or maybe some sock yarn. The slipper pattern I was looking at uses bulky yarn. So, and I have crochet worsted weight socks before with Bag O' Day uh sock tutorial. Um, when I went to wear the socks though, the closure at the toes wasn't enough for me. Um, everything else was cool. Just the toe closure wasn't enough, like to the point where I had started to sew a piece of fabric to the toe part to add more coverage to the toe part of the sock, the pair of socks that I had crocheted, and yeah, they went because it's the pattern I followed from Bag O' Days sock tutorial um was cuffed down, and I did enjoy crocheting that pattern. I crocheted it last summer, I think. Yeah, last summer perhaps. Last summer, I'm trying to think. Last summer? Yeah, I think so. I think I crocheted last summer. Either last summer, maybe the summer before that. Maybe. I know I crocheted in the summertime. It could have been last summer, it could have been the summer before that. Um, and I did enjoy the process, and just when I went to go and wear it, my decreases weren't fulfilling the sock to toe part ratio. It wasn't creating a closure for me for my toesies. So I'm looking at a toe up sock That's what it's called too. It seems like every time I see that, I kind of give a chuckle. It's TOE up sock. That just tickled me. And so I'm looking at a couple of patterns that pattern. To toe up instead of cuff down to see if the closure from the toe up gives uh gives more coverage. See if it gives more coverage toe up. Oh, so yeah. See, I'm gonna see if it gives more coverage toe up. That is that's what it's called. That's the name of it. So um yeah. I got two patterns I'm going back and forth on at the moment. One I think I know. I'll just have to refresh myself on that one if I'm going that way. And then the other one, I'll look and see where it's going. Maybe I'll do like a compilation of the two and create my own pattern. Oh, and create the ultimate reading sock. 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 TTFN. Toodles for now.